Right then folks, today I've had a day of all days. Me and my daughter Tina, we've removed all my fish out my pond, all 26, to treat them and check them. And out of the 26 koi that I've got in my pond, there's only 6. I'm out of breath because I've just unfolded something on the floor. Only 6 out of the 26 am not infected. So, but between us we've treated all of them as best we can. So what's my plans? I'll flick you around. Babby's paddling pool. That'll take, once that's up, that'll take all that space. You've all seen them before. Other pools are available. Other types are available. I bought some of this T-Rex extra strong waterproof tape. And there you can see that patch there. I've done a fair few. Mason had his cars in here. Told him not to, and he split it everywhere, and it was leaking bad. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this tape on. What am I filming the liner for? I'm going to try and find all these spaces today. I think it's the 18th today, I think. I ain't quite sure. I'm going to find all the gaps if I can. Tape them all up. Make sure it's all watertight. Fill it up with water, leave it overnight. Make sure there's no leaks. I've got to wait. It's Wednesday today. I've got flu treatment in, second dose of flu treatment in today. So I think I've got to wait 7 days, something like that, 10 days. So my plans are, after them 10 days, I'll check the bottle. After that date's up, I want to drain the water out the pool into this pool as much as I can. Then all the fish are coming out the pool into this pool. Now what I'm about to tell you folks, I do not want anybody at all copying what I'm doing. This is what I'm going to do. I don't want nobody else to do it. There's that much treatment gone in that pond since March this year. I don't know whether the water's toxic, to be honest. You all know it's been flushed out, changed and other things added. You don't know whether all these chemicals you keep using over a period of time and mingling, and maybe that it could be, I don't know. I just don't know what else to do. Like I said, we've had them out today, we're going to have them out again Friday and treat the worst ones. They've all been treated today. They've all had iodine put on them, cleaned, iodined, cleaned off, and then it's an ulcer seal which seals the wound to stop it getting, hopefully stop it getting any more infections in it. And the stuff that's in the water, I've got I can't think what it's called now. Anyway, I've got something else in the way. I can't think. I've got to go and find it now. I have to tell you. So I've just had to order more sedative and more stuff. Bacon. There you go. See, I haven't even seen the bottle. It comes straight to me before I even got in. I'll just flick it around. Oh, it's like a chemist shop. I never thought all these hard fish I'd turn into a goddamn vet. I want to call it a fish vet, a vet. Now you read that here folks, see, I've got a smile on my face, I don't know why. So that's what my plans are. When the treatment's up for the fluke, them all going in that pool with the water out that pool in there, and then I'm going to jet wash all that pool completely, clean my filter system out completely, absolutely. Sorry about the wind folks, my pond's on its travels. Yeah, see if I can get back in here, see if it'll stop the wind. I'm going to jet wash the old pool liner. I'm going to clean all the filter system out as best I can. I'm going to fill that pond out my tap. Now I know a lot of people out there going, oh, you'll have filter crash, you'll have this. I could do no worse now than what I'm doing. And the reason why I'm going to do it, and I'm going to explain to you exactly why. Until I went onto YouTube watching videos, and I've met some fantastic people, I really have, and I've had some absolutely fantastic advice. I ain't saying AI, but I never had to go to this extreme with my pool. I had a problem like this years ago, and I mean years ago. It was all over the country, it was on the television, magazines, it was everywhere. Not to buy fish from abroad. No, sorry, I'll get that right. Not to buy ornamental fish for ponds. Now that was just garden ponds. That was anywhere in our country. There was a disease that come in, and it was from Israel. I had it, Israeli koi. That's what caused my problem. That just rotted the fish, and there was nothing in this country to treat them at all. Nothing. I lost all my fish at the time. Since then, I've had nothing at all. obviously restock my fish and that. It's only this year I've had this problem. Nobody knows what it is. There's more and more people that have got it, but there's more and more koi tubers showing the videos and saying they've got the same problem. So it looks like there's a massive outbreak. The reason for me putting tap water in my pond, what I'm doing now, you know how much money I've spent this year trying to save more koi. Chemicals after chemicals after chemicals. Now some of these treatments are absolutely brilliant, I ain't saying they are. But my thinking is, what did I do before I was on YouTube and before I went watching people on YouTube? I never put none of this, I never had sedation, I never had none of this stuff that I'm treating these fish with. You'd get to your aquatic centre, ask them, what's the symptoms, got a couple of sores on, try this, you'd try this, try that. So I'm going back to what I used to do before. I'm going to fill my pond with water out my house pipe. Now I'm going to leave that water in there, hopefully, for at least 7 days before I put my fish back into that pond. So I know then it's crystal clear water, and that is why I'm doing it. Please do not copy what I'm doing. This is the wrong time of the year to be doing it, but I'm at my wit's end now. Like I said, me and my daughter all day today. I think it's about 3:30, 4:15 now, and we've been on it all day. Just trying to catch the fish is the worst thing, guys. Catching the fish, getting them out, checking them all over. Took a photo of all of them, and found out what's bad and what ain't. A lot of them, it's just signs, early signs of it. So we've just put a little bit of treatment on them to try and stop it getting any worse. So that's what my plan's on, folks. So I'm going to get this pond taped up. I've done what I always do. I'll put that down. You'll be surprised the warmth, the difference that makes in the water. Plus, when Mason's in it stops the kids banging their heads and hurting their heads on my slabs. So I'll put that down, just a bit of insulation when the water's on the bottom rather than be on cold slabs. The winds blew the pool over, so I'm going to flip that over. Now I've mended all the patches. I've done the patches best I can. I'm going to flip it over. I wanted to fill it with water today, check it tomorrow for leaks, but apparently the forecast rain. So if it does rain, I'm still going to be able to check it. So here it goes. I've got an outlet there. There's one there and there's one over the other side that's higher up. Now we brought these around this side so I can get access. And then I'm hoping that I can get a tail end reducer. That don't look the best there. Yeah, I'm going to try and get a tail end reducer for there. There's so much in there. I can't see that. I don't think that'll work the way I want to. A tail reducer on there, so as I can set a pressurised filter up, all the fish a minute. So there you go. Now then, check all them bad boys. I don't know whether I've got them all, and I've got to be honest with you, £6 for a small roll of tape. I ain't none too confident with it, folks, if I'm honest. But that's it. What I'm going to do now, get the hose pipe out. I ain't going to fill the pool obviously to the top. My missus has been out and bought me a water gauge from B&Q. Other B&Qs are available, as they say. I'm going to get some water in there, probably just above that patch over there. It don't look very high actually, but that's probably about 6 inches from the bottom. So I'm going to fill it up above that, probably to the height of that. Oh, there's another patch there, look. Yeah, I'll probably raise it up to there, which is about 6 to 8 inches. So I'll fill the water up just above that water line there, that blue fitting, and well, see if anything leaks. And hopefully there's no water apart from where I've just stuck my feet like a Talton numpty, and there where I put my feet. Now what I always do with this, I ain't done it today, I always sweep all the slabs before I put the mats down, stop any sharp bits sticking through. I'm filming the pool again. I normally sweep all the slabs, then put them rubber mats down, then sweep the mats, wipe the bottom of the pool and then put it down. I have swept the top of the mats and I've swept the bottom of the pool and put it in, so hopefully there's no sharp bits under there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the hose pipe in, and he's at it again, and he's airplane, he's a show off. I'll get some water in it, and then my plans on, if there is no leaks, empty the pool obviously, then I've got to fill it again through the tap with that meter. I want to find out exactly how many gallons are in here, so then if I need to treat them, then that's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper than in the pool while I'm doing the pool. And while I'm doing the pool, I want to rearrange all my pipe work like Dave told me, well, advised me, and also Rob Walker from Walker Koi, and the old twisted Vince, he's sending me something down, so hopefully that'll come. That should be in the next couple of days, I hope. So the other idea of it, jet wash it all out, is so I can set up all new drainage, if you like, and see what happens then. Right then folks, I know the towels look a mess. They've been on a ball wash in the washing machine. That's just all the treatment I've been using that's stained the towels, just so people don't think I'm using dirty old towels every time. Now then, I've gone in the house for a cup of tea. I've had the hose pipe running. It's only just gone above that patch there. I've just come outside. Washer. Now then, where to leak. Now what I've done, I've spent about 10 minutes outside here trying to find, I don't think any of their patches I'm leaking. I've been trying to find any more splits. It's somewhere round here the water's coming from. It's out of them patches, because I've lifted the pool up and looked, them dry, but it's somewhere here the water's coming from. I've been trying to look for a split and I can't find nothing. Now where it's a big one, I've got to watch because get my hands wet, I'm going to wait on the floor. It's a big one folks, look, but it's a leak. It could be that patch actually, could be that one actually. So what I'm going to have to do, it's starting to go. He's that kid, look, big head. Aye. He wished. I'm just going to see if I can go underneath, dry it off with a rag, and see if I can find if it is that patch that's leaking, and get back to you. I can't find nothing else round the pool that's leaking. Obviously if he's over there, I'm gonna, in the middle, I'm gonna know. But the patches all seem to have held down, but it does seem like it's coming with my finger from here somewhere, just this bit here. When I lift the pool up, it's dry further past, so I'll crack on. Right then folks, I think I'm losing the battle here. This is the back end of the pond where there was now patches, and you can see the water all under there. Never doubt empty the water out. I'm around the other side of the pool now. I've got it jacked up with that. I've got it jacked up over there with another tank. And I can't find no marks on that liner at all to suggest a rip. I'm just trying to keep on looking folks. I'll tell you what, the things you do for your bleeding koi. I've got the baby's padding off his trampoline to lie on. I've got that holding it up that high. That holding it up that high. You can see them patches there on the bottom. You definitely have them leaking, which is that one and that one. So it's got to be coming from further over there, sod's law. So carry on the search. Well, folks, it's just gone 6 o'clock. I've actually got, let me zoom down a minute. I've got the baby's trampoline. The poles are holding it up to hold the pool up, and we're finding water everywhere. Now I've just come across, sorry about the camera, I'll see if I can find him again. Right, it's that tiny, you can't see, watch this. See if I can find it now. There, look at that. Nah. If I zoom back out, look. Oh, you can just. Where am I? You can just make it out there. That's the first thing I found. So I've got to jack it up. I've just tried to dry that off. Now that's the tone. That's why I couldn't see it from in the water. There it is. So I've just got some more dry cloth. Try and put a patch on. I'm going to have to put it on the outside now. So there's one. I've lay underneath there. The floor is soaking wet. I've dried them 3 patches off there. There's no water leaking from it. Now I'm going to wait and see how far up I got the pond. It's aiming more or less down here somewhere. There. Now you're probably thinking drain the water out, but I need the water to show me where it's leaking. But what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to bucket it out and try it, because I can't lift it up no more. So I'll get back to you. I've got 2 more patches on. Well, them 2 patches I showed you earlier. I'm trying to lift this up. You ain't going to see it on camera now. You can see it's soaking wet. Absolutely soaking wet. I'm losing the light. Probably don't look it on the camera, but I'm losing the light. And I'm actually struggling. I'm propping it up. There's absolutely anything I can find. I've even got this leg to try and do that and look for leaks, but it looks okay on the phone. But trust me, well, I got the best eyesight, as you know, so I'm going to have to call it a day today. I might have to empty it all out. Well, it's nice and bright tomorrow if it ain't pouring down with rain, which is the forecast. Filming the liner again. Yeah, I'm going to have to call it a day. Whoa. Green eyes. Yep, another battle lost for the moment. Until tomorrow. Oops, until tomorrow. Right then, folks. I don't even know whether you can see the. Try and find. There it is. Right by my finger, just below my finger. Another split. Now I'll put that patch on there. That's a pinhole. That was like a little tiny bit of a thorn. Like I say, Mason had his cars, and I told him time and time again not to put him in. And look at that. If I move that back out there, look, you can't see it at all. So I'm going to get a patch on that. What I've done, I've dried these patches off on the outside, put water back on them, let the pool back down, and see if they're leaking. They are leaking. So obviously I've got, I don't know how many holes. So I'm going to try and cover that one now. It's hard trying to dry it and stick the patch on and keep the water from out the hole at the same time. Right then, folks, as you know, my plans was to patch this pool up, put the fish in it so I can clean all the main pond out. As you can see, the amount of patches. What I had to do, my daughter Tina, her fellas come round. I'll see if I can flick it up and show you, folks. Before, we done it in the dark. Sorry about the camera work. We done it in the dark, shining light through to see if we could find the holes. And check this out. Now that ain't Mason's car that's done that. And every one of them patches, folks, is a very tiny pinhole. And my daughter had this problem years ago when I lived next door with their pond, and I thought the kids had put darts in it, messing about, but Mason and I got darts. Now I've left that full of water all day yesterday, video in the patches. I left that yesterday all day. It did pour down with rain. I'll flick it around and just show you. It's up in the air now, but that blue outlet there, I had the water level just above that, and I had a basket. I'll show you that black basket there. I had that in here and it was just about flouting, just about off the bottom. And today I've come in, it's high rainy today, it's going to start again by the looks of it. And the basket was flat on the floor and the water level was below, just fractionally below that blue outlet in the line of there. So I am going to risk putting the fish in there. It ain't leaking a fat lot at all. It's well over 24 hours, but we have had some rain. I couldn't check underneath to see if it was leaking. I couldn't check if there was any water leaks underneath it, because obviously the floor's soaking wet. So that's another plan out the window. I don't know what to do next. I did buy a collapsible, if that's what you call it, pond off Rob Walker. It's what they use at the koi shows. Cracking bit of kit. He thought it had been used. He done me a good price on it. He thought it had been used once, but it's brand new in the bag. I got that out yesterday. It ain't big enough not to keep all them fish in for a week anyway. Still a cracking bit of kit nevertheless. Packs away. I think I showed it the other day. Packs down to nothing. Flick it. That's it there, folks. But that is going to be a cracking. I bought that as well, but that leaks. That was to treat the fish. Hang on a sec, let me just throw that down there. Oh, the camera's zoomed in on. Yeah, it is. I bought that tank there. That was great because I could see the fish in it while I was in sedative, if that's what it's called, put them to sleep. Took that back, had it replaced because it was leaking. That one's leaking. Even though I tried and sealed it, I took the fish out that I treated, which is the one I lost. I think it's been a week ago now. Off again. Oh my god, that drives me bleeding mad, that does. Yeah, the situation is I bought that, it ain't big enough. I bought that tank, it leaks. I have gone to the tank round here, I'll just show you. That's the one I'm using at the moment. It's on rubber matting. I've checked the temperature in there. That's 1 degree warmer than the water in the pond. That water's 2 days old. I'm only using it twice. I don't want any bacteria in the water. So that'll be emptied today. I've got to treat Goldie again today. I'll empty that and it'll be fresh treatment in Sunday when I treat him again. Film in the bucket. So my plans are today, I've got to get Goldie out and treat it. I can't physically do all the fish. I've treated them on Wednesday, sealed them. Goldie's the worst one, as you all know. And just a little update. The wound underneath his pec, believe it or not, is getting better. Wednesday when I treated him was the first time he started using that pec again. So I'm hoping, and it was a deep, where you can see the red muscles, I don't know whether you've seen the picture, but where you see the red muscles, that was a deeper hole, that was. And that's filled back up. I don't know if it's done it, I don't know, but that's level, and some of the flesh you can see. And I've had Rob and Dave look at it and say you can see the flesh is actually healing slightly round it. Now I've had some it's like candle wax, I don't know what the name of it is, I'll find it out in a minute. It's like wax. It's very temperamental stuff, it has to be kept in the fridge. You can't take some out of it. I've been using a spoon. I tried cotton buds, but now them all recyclable stuff, they just fold. They ain't strong enough to get it out. It's quite hard, well, quite firm. So I've used a spoon, boiling water. They'll copy what I'm doing. It's just what I'm doing. Put the teaspoon, and it's an old spoon that I've got, not one I use at home. Boil up water, sterilise it. We'll get the water off into the solution, which I'll get it out in a minute. I'll show you that. Into the solution, get it out. Get Goldie out, sedate him, then I'll transfer that onto a bigger spoon, I think it's a dessert spoon. Warm that up slightly with a lighter to melt it, but you've got to make sure obviously it's hot that it'll burn your fish, and it's a bit awkward to get used to it, and that's what I've been putting on him. And this whatever it is, this wax stuff, it seals the old wound, and there's something that's actually in the material that helps the tissues repair itself, and that is what is helping Goldie. I do believe it. Like I said, I treated all the other fish. Some of them I couldn't. I used Ulcer Seal on the other fish simply because there were nowhere, just slight. Out of 26 fish, 20 fish have got some sort of markings on them. Oh, I was going to sleep. Some sort of markings on them showing that there is signs of issues. Not much at all, otherwise I would have been treating more. Just slight signs. So what I've done, I've treated them with, I've got to go over and find out what it's called. It's alright, you all know I've had that many chemicals this year. I've got to keep on top of the names on them. Right. Right, what I've been using, I'll get it and show you. Turn you around. Right, I'll get the fish out. Now all 20 fish, they've been treated with that. That's supposed to kill any infection at all. This is what they use in hospitals when you've had surgery. It's the stuff that makes your skin go that yellowy orangey colour. So I've been treating with that. Every single fish, even if it's just the slightest little, even if I ice shiver, sometimes it's like little red lines in the fins or in the tail. Whether it's like sort of blood lines that's in, it's hard to explain, but then very, very faint. Whether it's part of the fish itself, I don't know, but there's no problems with fin rot or bits missing or anything like that. It just don't look right to that fish. Now the other thing I bought that, and that's got, inside that it's got a bottle. I don't think I'm going to get it out without dropping it in the, I've had to clean the filter out, which I don't want to do because I've got fluke treatment in as well. So now I've had to, I top my water up, I've just emptied it out to flush it out because the algae is just blocking it all up. Right, I don't think I can actually read that, folks. It's a wound seal for ulcers. Now I've got ulcer treatment in there. I've not used that. I've used that Tamidine. I was using that wound sealed on Goldie's muscle under his pec. Like I said, there's no infections, there's no badness around the skin or nothing. This is what I can't understand what the problem is with the fish. There's no signs of any bacteria or anything. A couple I've got, one of the other big fish, which I've done on a video where the top of his fin looked a bit rotten, almost like fin rot. I've treated him. I put sealant on him, so I'll keep an eye on him. I might get him out again today. What I could do with really is doing a scrap, which I should have done Wednesday, but trying to get the fish out the pool, I'm stressing them all out, trying to get the fish out the pool, get them in sedative, put them to sleep. I was taking a photo of them just for records, trying to treat them, check them, look out, then catch another fish, and the same thing. It took literally, there's no way in this world I could have done it on my own, not a cat in hell's chance. My daughter's coming, has gone shopping this morning, is coming to help me. I've had to drain that pool out, empty it all out. That's got to go in the bin. Do I want to buy another one? I've got to buy a Mason one anyway, but I can't find one. That pool is 7 foot 6. The smallest one I can find that shape is 10 foot. That's way too big. I ain't got the space for it. But I can buy a smaller square one. I don't buy a square one, I'll tell you why. I've got a frame over the top of the pool, and it's got it's like a UV canopy that goes over the top, so when Mason's in, it keeps the sun off him. So I want to try and get another pool exactly the same. If there's anybody out there that's got one, see if I can just turn you around now and show you. Anybody who's got one out there, even if it's second hand, without no holes in it though, I will buy it. There it is. It's the best way. And I mean, you can't really get the gist of that. I mean, that is a big pool. My slabs them 2, 4, 6, 2x2 slabs. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 8 foot. And if you look at the legs there and the legs there, it's 8 foot, but it's 7 foot. I measured the line yesterday because I nearly bought a 10 foot one. It's 7 foot 6. So if anybody's got one of them without no holes in, and they don't mind selling it me, and you're way too far away, I can collect it, I suppose. Or if the postage is okay, I'll pay for the postage as well. I'd appreciate it. So just leave me a comment, leave a message in the comments, and I'll try and get back to you. I'm struggling with everything, trying to keep on top of my videos. I'm way behind with my videos, folks. See, I'm losing the plot altogether. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to try and show you something, folks, because when you watch it, looking at my chin, when you're looking at my videos, you don't realise how awkward it is for me to treat my fish. So I'm going to try and run you through it. Now, I don't know whether I've already done a video of this actually. If I have, I'm going to chop this bit off. Right, okay then, let me go backwards a little bit. I'll pretend you know. Right, it's all fenced off. It was all fenced off when we had Mason. Social services was involved, and obviously a gate. Right, now you can see that is an 18 inch slab, 18 by 18. So you can see how much gap I got from there to there. It's even 18 inches, look. Okay, so I can't get a tub or a net. If I catch a fish out that water, I can't get through there. I've got no chance of putting a bowl there, so I can get the fish and treat them, not even treat them in the water. The other side of my bridge, this is the shallow end, the same there, look. There's no way I can get access there to put a bowl to treat them. The same there, even if I took them pots out, there won't be enough room for me to get down there to treat the fish. And I've got the same again here. There's no way I've got access to there. And then obviously I've got my bridge. So this is the other problem I've got. A lot of people can walk around the pool, they've got access, that use a net, that net the fish and then treat them. Oh, my net's stuck. Bear with me a sec. Right, okay then. I know some people are going, oh God, look at the net he's using. Thanks to Dave's brainwave, look, tied it up. So we tight, and believe it or not, that's working a treat. I have got a smaller net. It's an old landing net I used to use. But if you can see that there, let me do it over there now. That's half the width of the pool. That net. So I can get the fish, and the end of it there, or the end of that's just string across the very end. So it's a lot easier to get the fish in it. Now the problem I've got now is, you can imagine me now, I've got a fish in there, I've got to try, here's the handle, I've got to try not to whack none of this at the top. I've got the fish in the net, now I've got to try and get the fish around over the bridge without hurting the fish. Now I can't get the fish, the net through there. So the other problem I've got is, I've got to turn the net with the fish in it, which I do over the pool, by the way. I don't lift him over the bridge and then do that. Then I've got to carry the fish. Obviously that paddling pool will be there. I've moved all this now so it's underneath, because with the forecast rain, but it was all set up, you've seen it before, it was all set up here. But I've literally got to carry the fish over from here, under Mason's shelter, into that tank there. You've all seen the little table I was using before. It's a little aluminium workbench. Sure, a lot of people have got them. I've covered it now with the tub. I've got to move that out the road. I'm just trying to make it tidy up, ready for today. Fish will go in the Goldie will go in there, or what fish will go in there. That's got the sedative, whatever you call it, to make him go to sleep. I've cleared all that bench off. That had all Mason's trampoline, the padding and the netting and everything on top of that. So I've cleaned all that off, because it was a nightmare trying to bend over onto that little aluminium table the other day with my daughter. So this is a nice height. This has got my other daughter's having that, Steph's having that. I've got a fold away table because I'm just running out of room, and Mason, bless him, he's got, I've made all this, well I had all this, got all this space here for Mason. This is, you can see, this is all more crap. This is all my new piping ready. We had that build through lockdown for him. I had a fry tank and everything there in the greenhouse. I got rid of that so Mason got somewhere to store and play. This is our play area. Built the canopy over the top here, because I've got no room for a swing. So I made this myself, and I made it so he's got a swing, so he can play on his swing. So he's got a swing, because we ain't got nowhere to put a frame with a swing on. that was the idea of filling my pool in. Putting his trampoline over that end, filling all that in and putting astroturf, because he's football mad. So he can play football there, and then I was going to have another pond built. And you can see it. Where that is there. Get rid of all my trees, which I don't want to. That was what my mum grew. And my mum's no longer with us. I don't want to cut it down, but it means taking that down. You can only see by the gate where the house pipe runs. Along there. Across there. Level with me filter house. And having a big square pond built there with a window in. Getting rid of all them trees there, which, as you can tell, I love my birds, I love my wildlife. You can see it's an absolute nightmare for me. I've got everything all around my garden. I love my plants. Getting gone anyway. Back to the fish. Back round to here. Goldie's going in there. There's my work table. I've got a light above my head so I can turn the light on. It's nice and dry under here. And it's just a shame about that, because I need to get my fish out my pool and leave them in there for about, ideally I'd like to leave them in there for a month. But what I'm going to do, I am going to explain that now. If I can get another one of them. I don't mind buying a new one, but Christmas is coming now, and I've got 15 grandkids, Mason, and I've got 5 adult kids as well. And obviously we're far away from Christmas, so I don't really want to go out and fork no more money out on that. My card's at its maximum, so that's out the window. Yeah, if I can maybe get a second-hand one of them cheap. I have seen a few on Facebook and eBay, them collection, and them too far away. I wouldn't even dream of travelling that far. And the wild post. So I've still got fluke treatment in my pool with the fish. I'll go and have a look now. You know, it's absolutely pissing down now. That was why I've moved all that underneath the table. Sorry if I get my hands in the way, folks. Let me just put that away. Right, the treatment. But I'm going to read this now. I'm better looking at that filter. I even read it with these on. Yeah, 7 days. So, oh, purple gloves, look. Purple gloves, purple gloves. That's why I never made it onto the X Factor, folks. 7 days, so Wednesday I put that in. See, did I count the day that you put it in? So we'll say 8 days. So it's Wednesday. The kids break up Friday for a week, which I like to try and do my best to spend with Mason. Obviously the problems I've got, I can't do it all the time. So it'll be not next Wednesday, it'll be on the Thursday. So I can't get the fish out the pool at all until that Thursday, which I'm quite happy to leave that now until the Saturday. So they've had a good salt in it, if you like. Now I've had to clean the filter out again today. Let me just flick it around and show. Oh yeah, even got these me amalgam like the Deb lent me. Bless you. I don't know whether you can see the crap that's floating through that already. You can see it all in the lid. Now I've only been able to clean it out once because I've got fluke treatment in. I don't know whether you can actually see the algae in there already, look. And I want to just this minute, just before I started doing this video for you folks, I want to just this minute flush that out. I've done it once. The water level is down. Oh god, it's pissing down. Sorry about the video work, folks. That little pump there, I've only cleaned that out one day. That's blocked. It stopped working, so I've turned it off for now. The fish, since I treated them all, to be honest, there's one fish I have left. I missed it. It's like an oid seaweed. It's some fry I had with a friend of mine probably about 4 years ago, I think it was. And he never growed. And my mate said just get rid of him all. Well, I like that, so I kept him. He's almost jet black with just slight bits of orange. Now we got every single fish out and we struggled to find Masons. I don't know whether you can see him, folks. There he is there. Cupcake. Just swimming out there he is. Just about to see him. Underneath the fish. Adam Boyer. What a bleeding fish that is. How quick he's grown. That's absolutely fantastic that is. We lost the other one, David. He had a date with the pump and got sucked in. Bad joke really. Goldie ain't looking too bad. I had to trim his fin back again. His pectoral fin. Just see if I can get it over here. Them all spooked obviously because they know I'm here, they know what I'm going to be doing. That was the fish that I treated. You can actually see just the back of his fin. It looks actually a lot better now. He was like all white and fairy. He's Goldie, he knows, look, he's seen me. Now the worst thing about all this lot, folks, is I've never shot a fish before in my life, never even thought about it. When I first met Dave this year, he come down and had a look at my pool. And I wanted to show Goldie because I thought how unusual the fish was. I didn't know what breed it was or the name of the koi or anything. And he was absolutely fin perfect. Perfect fish. And now I've got no chance. If I can get him to survive, even his top fins looks a bit raw, but it has got that sealant on it. If I can get him to survive, I might, just for all you people out there, I might see if I can get him. Them all over here now, look. They're all getting spooked now. You don't realise how big some of them fish are, folks. I might see if I can bring Goldie to a show, not to enter him in a competition, but just to show people that can see him. He's in a reflection there now. Just catch the button and turn it off. Yeah, I might just, if I can get him to survive, if I can get him right, the weather's against me obviously. Now it's absolutely pissing down. I might see if I don't know yet. I'll see what people might comment saying they'll do it, leave him. Oh, that black and golden. Trying not to get the phone wet. He's gone. I've just seen him then, I was just going to film him and show you, but he's golden. See, he's swimming about. He's slightly using that fin since I treated him the other day. Not a lot, but he is, which is a good sign. Anyway, I'm chatting bubbles now, are you, folks? This video's probably an hour long, so I'll cut you off there, folks. You can probably hear that now. It's absolutely pouring down. There's one thing I did think of before I go. When I built this, is it a pergola? Like everybody else, you use laths. Now some people are assuming now, obviously when you buy laths, all this is treated timber. Them are out of a garage, and all these was out of a garage. I have treated these while they've been up here. Them were treated, as far as I remember. There was joists out of my nephew's garage. He took the garage down, so I had them, and I built this. But getting back to the laths, they reckon it's the treatment, which I know of it anyway, because I've been to a treatment plant at a timber yard, and he showed me how to pressurise it and everything, and soak it, treat it, whatever you call it. It is actually, the green in it is rat poison, and it's supposed to stop insects and stuff from rotting your wood, so I'm led to believe. Now people are thinking it's that. Obviously now you can see it pissing down the rain now. It's that's dripping into my pond, but that has been up years, and I had this problem until this year, so I really don't think it's that. Anyway, folks, I'll just flick you around now, show you the fish before I go, and I'll catch you later. I hate feeding them. I've been told to keep them off the feed while I've got the flow treatment in. Something to do with the filters, so that's what I've done. I've been and bought myself a load of, well, a bucket full in a great big bag of the dried worms. I think it's a better food, it's natural for the winter anyway. I can't wait to give them something to eat, to be honest with you. I think feeding them when they mill like we do in hospital. Brings them on. Them all swimming around as happy as lad. I've got none at all. I had that black and white one that was swimming around. No, sorry, he was dormant. He's swimming around there. That's what I meant to say. There he is there. If you remember, he was over that end, lying on the floor for 2 days. I got him out. He got no signs of anything at all wrong with him whatsoever. He'd been in sedation. He's come out, and now he's swimming around as happy as Larry. But I have got 20 fish out of 27 because I missed one. I've just seen that blacken again. There he is, right on top of it. There he is, just about seen. We missed him. Anyway, I think this video is 4 minutes long. That's me Chag. He's growled absolutely brilliant as well. So I've chatted enough. I'm getting soaked. I'll catch you all later. Something else I'm fighting against, folks, but it is that time of year. You can see how low my water is, because that pipe's virtually above. Then you can see me overflow there. Look, I just threw another air stone in there. That's what that's over there for. While I've got all this treatment going on. Don't know if you can tell how low that is. It's probably about 3-4 inches. That's my overflow. But I can't top my pool up because I've got that flow treatment in, and I've got none. This is the second treatment. I've got no more left, so I don't want to dilute it anymore. I just thought I'd flick it on like everybody else. Today was the day I'd got a treat in. I've been waiting for my daughter to come out. My hair fella's coming as well. I didn't mention his name when I was on the other video. Coming out, you can see the patches on that pool over there. Spent about 3 hours. It was about 10 o'clock at night before we finished it. But it was a good idea. Because I said to the missus, if I try and do that during the day, how are you going to find the holes? So I thought, by doing it in the dark, shine a torch through it. The torch then lit the holes up, and it's a big lamp. It's a torch, it's a big lamp. Powerful lamp as well. Ben, that's his name. Oh, the fella that my daughter just started seeing, he seems a nice enough lad. Come round and help me, can't do enough for me, that hardcore. So yeah, here we am. In the Black Country. Piecing down a rain. What else can you do, folks? I'm standing in my shed now, looking at my fish.